to request the second speaker against the motion, Ajab Ahmed Sami.
Honorable Chairperson, respected judges, esteemed opponents, and esteemed audience. I'm Ajaf Ahmed Samika, student of Class 8 English version. Today there will be held a debate competition on Class 8 English version students. As the second speaker of the opposition team, I stand firmly against the motion of that humans can do anything to control the nature. My first speaker has already laid out the foundation by pointing out the limits of human capability when it comes to nature. I will straighten our case by presenting further evidence and countering the proposition's arguments. Firstly, talk about natural disasters. Despite all our technological advancements, can we truly prevent earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, or tsunamis? No, at the best, we can try to predict them or mitigate their damage, but we cannot stop them. Nature still acts independently of our desires or control. And the second speaker of our opposition team has said that nature is controlled by us of the technological advancements. But the thing is that it is the result of human attempts to manipulate nature without understanding its balance. We tried to control nature to industrialization, deforestation, and pollution. And now we are facing floods, heat waves, rising sea levels, and melting glaciers. If we really had control, we wouldn't have suffering these consequences. Thirdly, event in agriculture where humans are manipulated nature for thousands of years, we still depend on natural cycles. No matter how advanced our farming methods are, a drought or an unexpected frost can destroy crops overnight. Nature still has the final say. Now let me address an argument from the proposition they may claim that technology gives us power over nature. Yes, obviously, technology helps us live more comfortably, but it does not equal control. Building dams, for example, can control rivers temporarily, but they can also break, flood, or cause long-term ecological damage. Dear judges, am I right or wrong? In conclusion, the idea that humans can do anything to control the nature is not only arrogant, but also dangerous. Nature is not something to be conquered. It is something we must live with it and respect. Our power has limits, and history has proven this time and again. I have a question for you, dear opposition. If humans have truly power to control nature, then why are we still unable to prevent or stop disasters like earthquakes, floods, and pandemics, despite all our science and technology? Nature's complexity and unpredictability. Nature is an intricate, dynamic system governed by countless variables that interact in ways we do not fully understand. The more we attempt to control it, the more we are reminded of our limitations. Climate patterns, geographical processes, and ecological systems are too complex for humans to fully manage. How can we claim to have control over nature? Unpredictable natural disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis still happens despite all our technological advancements. Thank you, dear judges. That's all about my speaking.
Thank you very much, Ajab Ahmed Sami, for actually delivering an excellent speech against the motion. Now, I'd like to request the third speaker for the motion, Jannatul Mawa.
Honorable moderator, respected opposition team, and my fellow debaters, Assalamu alaikum. At first, I'd like to thank you for giving me the floor to speak in tonight's debate. As the third speaker for the proposition tonight, I'll summarize the key arguments we have presented, address the opposition's potential counter-arguments, and further emphasize why humans indeed have the power to control nature in profound ways. Throughout this debate, my team has laid out a comprehensive case demonstrating that humanity can control nature. The examples clearly show that over time, humans have not learned to adapt to nature but have active agents in shaping and even transforming it. Now, let us anticipate and address a few arguments the opposition raises. Honorable moderator, they argue that nature is too vast, too powerful, or too unpredictable for us to control fully. They point to natural disasters like earthquakes or hurricanes that remain largely beyond our ability to control or prevent. However, we argue that when nature's unpredictability presents challenges, it doesn't invalidate humanity's capacity to control or influencing natural process. On moderator, we have already seen tremendous progress in mitigating the impacts of natural disasters. Early warning systems, infrastructure improvements, and even disaster response strategies are clear evidence that while we may not be able to control nature in every aspect, we can certainly manage and reduce the risk associated with it. The key argument here is that humans have demonstrated consistent success is not just adapting to nature but actively influencing it. Honorable moderator, consider the ongoing work on synthetic biology where humans are now creating entirely new organisms with specific functions like bacteria engineered to clean up oil spills or algae that can produce biofuels. Our moderator, this groundbreaking innovation shows us our ability to push the boundaries of controlling natural processes to solve real-world problems. Additionally, let's not overlook humanity's power to influence ecosystem on a global scale. For instance, by restoring wetlands, forests, and coral reefs, humans have reversing ecological damage, proving that we can heal nature and allow it to thrive once more. The key is our growing understanding of how to interpret responsibly and sustainably. In conclusion, we stand firmly by the notion that humans can do anything to control nature. While nature may be vast or unpredictable in certain ways, our capacity for technological innovation, scientific understanding, and environment management has proven that we can shape and adapt the world around us. Honorable moderator and respected opposition team, the ultimate question we must ask ourselves is whether we can control nature or not, but rather how will we use that responsibly and wisely for the future of our planet. With this, I'd like to conclude my speech here. Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the floor to speak again.
Thank you, Jannatul Mawa, for delivering your excellent speech for the motion. Now, I'd like to request the third speaker against the motion, Sheikh Safwan Muftadi.
Assalamu alaikum, respected judge and my dear friends and the opposition team. Today I'm here debating about the fact that humans can do anything to control the nature. Me and my team are the opposition of this statement, and I proudly uphold our team's strong belief that the statement humans can do anything to control the nature is not only flawed but also dangerously misleading. Let's take a moment to think about this. Can humans truly control nature, not just influence with it, not just interact with it, but completely dominate it, bend it to our will, and force it to behave exactly how we want? No, we cannot. Now I will tell some key points to this. Humans cannot dominate the nature. Natural disasters remain uncontrollable. For example, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, everything happen. But what can we do other than take precautions? In Bangladesh, there are thousands and thousands of flood affected people who are being homeless and going to shelters to survive the flood. And even some people are dying because of this. So nature is always overpowering us. And can we stop the floods? No, not unless we stop playing with nature. Next, we cannot control the weather. Previously, the first speaker said that genetically modifying and cloud seeding controls the nature. But no, sure, it is done in some Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, but it is not widely adapted and it is still in developing stages. Whereas the natural rainfall is more widely adapted and the people rely on the natural rainfall for water and vegetation. This cloud seeding is not only dangerous but can also have severe consequences if used too badly. Next, pandemics emerge from nature. There is a key example of how pandemics from the nature can purely wipe out human human activities for a long time. We can see COVID-19 as in 2020, the virus, the small teeny tiny virus that we cannot even see with our bare eyes, has stopped the human activities. And sure, we developed a cure for it. But no, we cannot stop how this virus goes out. We cannot know when this virus goes out. Next, animals behave unpredictability. So we see that, yeah, sure, we have domesticated many animals, but no, we cannot understand them. How will we understand them? Do we speak uh, do you speak the dog's language? Do you speak the cat's language? No. So how will we control them? Animals have their own will. They can do their own things. And surely we cannot control the animal. And you may say that zoos and other places have confined animals. No, it's just confinement, not control. Just open the cage and see what happens. Next, glaciers are melting despite effort. We know that we are trying to stop the glaciers from melting, but it's our own fault. We have tried to do industrialization and have failed terribly. And now our world is being destroyed